In today's top tips and tricks, I'm going to show you how to edit the master slide deck and how to then save that as a template to use for future Google Slides that you're creating. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to edit the master slide, and then we'll move on to how you can then upload that as a template. Many of you will be familiar with the slide that's presented now. This is the master slide, the default setting that's within Google Slides when you first go to your My Drive, create new, and create a new Google slide. This setting has been uploaded by Google, and there are various different templates that you can choose from. However, many of us just delete this straight away as soon as it opens and start formatting using our preferred choices. So I'm going to show you how you can do some of that once and then save it so you don't have to do it every time. And we're going to do that by editing the master slide. So first of all, go on to slide and then go edit master. Okay, you can see now that there are quite a few layouts and master slides that are uploaded already, and each one is being given a name. So the first slide that opens for us is the title slide. Google have then given us a section header, title and body, and various other ones as you scroll down. If I just go back to this title slide, if I double click on here, the default setting is for the font to be a size 52 and to be Arial, which many of us wouldn't use. This slide deck that we're going to create a template for now is the type of slide deck you'll use on your interactive whiteboard when you're working your way through a lesson with the children. So one of the things you'll often include on there is the date and the lesson objective. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to change my sizing, and I tend to use about a 30 for when I'm displaying on the interactive whiteboard. And I'm going to left align, which is a personal preference, and underline. And then change the font. So all of our schools use different fonts. Some of the staff at our school use Quicksand, so I'm just going to change it to that just as an example. Another thing you'll notice is that all of the text is at the bottom of the text box. This is something that can be changed if you go into Align and then click to the top. Okay, there we go. So now I've applied those settings. So I've got the font that I want to use, the size, and any of the formatting here. If you tend to include a school logo on your Google slide deck, you can also include images into the template as well. If I go on insert an image just up here and select it either from your computer or your My Drive, wherever you've got your school logo saved, I'll just pop this one in. Just move myself out of the way. There we go. Okay, you can see that's been put in there, and I can just reshape that. There we go. Now this part of the slide deck, I don't actually think I need this part, so I'm just going to delete that altogether. So here we go. I've changed my title slide now, and I've got the font that I want, the size, the formatting, and my school logo. What you can then do is you can rename that. So at the moment, the master slide is called the title slide. I'm just going to rename it, and this is going to be my LO and date slide. And then you can do something similar for where you might share your success criteria with the pupils. So if I click on the next layout, this time I'm going to just change it, move this text box up. I'm still going to have my date. And I'm just going to change that so it's a bit smaller. Change it to the font that you want to use. Okay, so anything you type within this box will automatically adopt the settings now. Underline that. But in addition to the LO and date at the top, you might have a table here for the success criteria. So this time, instead of adding an image, I'm going to add a table. And typically our success criteria is about 4 rows by 2 or 3 rows. Okay, there we go. I'm going to rename this slide as success criteria. You might have a couple of other slides that you use regularly. For example, you might have a hook or a warm-up that you do in maths. In writing, you might share a particular set of words or images that you use to prompt them with their thoughts. Again, all of that could go into your master template so that each time you're not having to make a copy of slides or you're not having to start from scratch. Once you've got all of those edits done and you're happy that you've got the different things in here, you can then click on X. You don't need to save, of course, because it's Google. And what you'll find is that it's applied that formatting to the slides that are on the slide deck. So there's the image that I added. And here it's automatically gone now to quicksand. It's 30, it's underlined, it's left aligned, and it's at the top. So if I start writing my date, it's going to automatically take on all of those features, and the same will happen to my lesson objectives. This slide deck here was my LO and date slide deck. If I then wanted to start using the slide template for the success criteria, when I add a slide on the left hand side, if I use my drop down, instead of using the formatting for LO and date, which I've just saved in the master, this time I'm going to use success criteria. And you'll see automatically, again, it's pulled through the formatting for the LO and date, which will all just apply automatically. And just below it is that table that I created, which I can now start adding into the different criteria for the success criteria of the lesson. Okay, so that's how we edit the master, and we've done that on this particular slide deck. So all of those settings will work for this slide deck if I add any new slides into here. What we can do is we can now create this as a template so that this isn't available just on this document and this slide deck. People can use it as a template for anything that they want to use it for. To do that, what we need to do is go into the Google Slides template section. And the easiest way to do this is to go back into your Google Drive. And then when you go New and Google Slides, go into the template section. When this loads, you'll see a number of different templates which have been uploaded by our schools and our organisation. So you'll see some of the Elliott Foundation or the Billsley templates in here. What you can do at the right-hand side is you can submit a template. And I'm going to just select the template that I've just been working on, which will be in my Google Drive recent folder. Okay, here it is. It's my slide deck template. I'm going to open that. And then what you can do is submit a copy instead of the original and give it a new name. So I might call this was all about lesson objectives and success criteria. Lesson slide deck. Okay. And then in the category, you can choose which organisation unit you work for. So you should see your school listed down here. We've also got the Elliott Foundation down there as well. So I'm just going to upload this and press submit. In just a few minutes, you'll see the template will appear across the top. Okay, here it is. It says template added. And there it is, LOSC lesson slide deck. Now what I can do is if I'm in my Google Drive, when I go new and create slides, if I go from template, I can then open up that Google slide deck and straight away all of that formatting that we've just edited in the master will automatically be pulled through. So I'm not having to waste the first few minutes on changing the font, changing the file size, changing the font size, and messing around with some of the layout, because all of that has just been done for me and it's all part of the template. So I'll just open it up to show you. Okay, and here we are. So this is now the template. It's my own copy of it, so I'm not working on the original. The original is over here still. This is my copy of it. This is now a separate copy, but it's got all of that formatting that we've just applied into the master that's being pulled through onto this slide deck. And so hopefully that should save you a little bit of time each time you come and make a new set of slides for your lesson. I hope you found that helpful. Please let us know if there are any more tips and tricks you would like us to share with you.